a feeling that this game was written by AI. What do you think? Written by AI, for sure. Okay. So the rooms are nice. We got the idea. Walk slowly through the room, firewood, blah, blah, blah. Hard to find in a big city. Everything felt different here. Otto placed two ceramic cups of fragrant linden tea on the table. Yummy. Steam rose and filled the room with its aroma. A few minutes later, he brought out freshly baked, hot, aromatic, homemade bread straight from the oven. Help yourselves. We offer what we have, he said, sitting down in the chair beside me. Thank you very much, I replied. We dry our tea ourselves in the winter. Here's the bread, fresh from the oven. I'll also bring some jam. What kind do you like? He asked, rising abruptly from the chair. No, thank you. This is more than enough, I said gratefully. Then it will be raspberry, he said, leaving the room. I took a sip of the tea. I hadn't felt this good in a long time. In this home, time seemed to stop. The last time I felt this way was in childhood, when my grandmother was still alive. A few minutes later, Otto returned with a small jar of jam and 2 spoons. Here you go, he said, handing me a spoon. Thank you. I feel really awkward. I have nothing to offer you in return. You don't need to offer anything. I do this from the heart. I took a small piece of bread. The crust was still warm, and the inside was soft and fluffy. Steaming gently, I spread some raspberry jam on it and immediately tasted it. The flavor was unreal. I would even say divine. Words could not describe it. This has to be written by I don't know why I feel that way. I gotta look up the name on who wrote this, see if there's a person. If there's no person, I swear it's written by okay. It's like a taste from childhood, I whispered, closing my eyes in pleasure. Raspberry and hearth, Trophy earned. Help yourselves, he said. Help yourselves, he said with a smile. At that moment, when a complete stranger treated me with such genuine kindness and generosity, my heart felt an even stronger desire to help his village, not just professionally, but personally as well. I saw the children in the yard. Are they your grandchildren? You know they are. Yes, they're my son's children. We all live together. My wife, my son, his wife, his and their children. And where are they now? My son works for people in the winter fixing things or chopping firewood. Wood. That's how he earns. And the women are busy with the livestock right now. Is it hard to live like this? I asked with sadness. If only we had electricity and good roads, it would be easier. Our village used to thrive, but now he trailed off and lowered his head with sorrow. I will do my best to help, I promise. Thank you, he said, looking at me and smiling. Yet in his eyes I saw a deep trace of doubt, as if he had completely lost faith in anything could change. I leaned slightly closer and looked him straight in the eyes. Mr. Otto, seriously, I'm a journalist. I will draw attention to your village's troubles. We will breathe new life into your village, I said with a smile. Oh my, son, nobody cares about a village of a few hundred people. No one is interested, he replied. Could you help me interview some of the local residents? The more stories we gather, the better. What exactly are you interested in? We need stories from elderly people and families with children. That's the best way to draw attention. Let's go to my neighbor. She's an elderly woman, lives alone, old and sick. Her children have long been abroad, and sometimes we help her. Sometimes the neighbors help as well. Let's go. We stepped outside. By now the blizzard had picked up. When you walk out into a blizzard, the wind lifted the snow in the air, swirling it around. The air was freezing, sharp, and made my eyes water. He's not even call like his wife or anything. Tell him. She didn't even say anything to the grandkids. I pulled my jacket tighter, shrugged my shoulders, and shoved my hands into my pocket. I hope it calms down by evening, I muttered, under my breath, watching the storm rage. We arrived at Mrs. Joanna's yard. The fence was almost collapsed, and a thin elderly dog lay silently by the doorstep, not even lifting its head. The house's walls were cracked, and it seemed like it could fall apart at any moment. Stories in the snow, Trophy earned. We entered her house. It was warm, though not as cozy as Otto's. The old woman sat by the stove, her back against the chair, wrapped in an Agora scarf to keep warm. Otto, who do you have with you? She asked in a quiet voice. This is a reporter from the city. He wants to help our village. How will he help? She sighed. I'll write a report about your village. If it gains attention, the authorities may help. At least that's what I hope, I explained. Oh, and who needs us? If only we could get through this winter, she said, despondent. My God, this old lady is hot. Call her elderly. I don't know. Well, now that I'm here, let's at least try. And why should you care about our troubles? She asked, curious. I like helping people. It's my job, he said with a smile, glancing at Otto, who stood nearby. If that's so, ask whatever you need from me. I switched on the voice recorder and sat down next to her. The room fell into a deep silence. Only the stove crackled softly. Her wrinkled hands. She does not have any wrinkles on her hands. She doesn't have wrinkles on anywhere on her body. She's a beautiful angel. Sorry. Her wrinkled hands rested on her knees. Her brow was furrowed, and there was distrust in her eyes about what was happening. She was very, very hot. Tell me, Mrs. Joanna, how long have you lived in this village? Oh, for as long as I can remember. I'm 85 years old, dear, she replied. That is no 85-year-old. Our villagers used to thrive. Seems a freaking immortal. Otto will not let me lie, though he is younger than me. He remembers that period too, said Dr. Otto. When did things start to change? Factories that were here began to close, some forever. Others moved closer to the city. Young people left because jobs became scarce. Even the only store closed. Why did it close? I asked. They stopped repairing the roads. They said there's no budget allocation. At first we tried to fix things ourselves, and then we simply couldn't keep up, he said, interrupting Joanna. So the store owners couldn't deliver groceries anymore. I was going to yell at him, but he's so handsome. I can't. He can interrupt whoever he wants. How do you buy food? I asked Josh, jumping in front of the old lady and pushing her aside. If someone young goes into the neighboring village or into town, we write lists. We help each other out, and a supply truck comes once a month. Get out of the way! I want to talk to the lady now. And Otto brings them to me. I can't walk. That's how we manage. Usually, when I record interviews, I try to keep a distance so I don't take people's words too close to heart. But not today. I felt this report would be different. I suddenly realized what I'd always been hunting for. Some sensational angle. I probed for what would make a story sell. What would make people listen? But here it was different. Balkans, people were incredibly kind. Their mutual support was striking. They had united simply to survive. We talked for a long time. The hours dissolved between the stove's crackle, and Otto and Joanna's memories of the village, of the people who once filled these streets with laughter and work, of the spring fairs the village used to hold. All of that remained only in the memories of some elderly people. Several times I glanced toward the window outside. The window. Outside it had grown darker and darker. At last I dared to interrupt their recollections, because I needed to return to the city. The road was long, especially in such winter. I won't leave your stories untold, I promise. But now I have to go. It's time, I said, glancing out the window and getting up from my chair. I left the house and headed for the car. Otto followed me. The blizzard was so strong that it felt like I was about to be blown away by the wind. I stood by Otto's fence. A sense of unease crept into my mind. What should I do? How would I get back to the city? You'd better stay the night with us. It's dangerous to travel in this weather. Besides, we don't know what condition the roads are in. What if you get stuck? My family is waiting for me at home. I can't let them down. If you get stuck or slide off the road, it will be worse. Maybe you're right, but I hope I'm not causing you any trouble. I wouldn't suggest it if it were a burden for us. Thank you. Come inside. It's freezing out here. Opening the door to the house, a wave of warm air rushed over me, carrying the scent of delicious food. I got a trophy earned of some kind. Good evening, I greeted loudly. Meet Sean. This is my wife, Mrs. Jenny. It's a pleasure. Thank you for agreeing to host me. Oh my god. She's so hot. There's no need to thank us. Anyone would do the same. And this is my daughter-in-law, Kate. It's nice to meet you. Okay. Please sit at the table, she said politely, pulling out a chair for me. This guy's wife looks like she's the same age as the daughter-in-law. Which I guess is something that does happen, so this doesn't mean anything. Thank you, I murmured softly and sat down. The table was filled with a warm, loving atmosphere, the laughter of children and the joy of having food before us. Jenny, Otto's wife, was a modestly built woman, with a kind face and hard-working hands. Her eyes were tired, but a smile rarely left her face. Modestly built? No. She was like a 10. Kate, the young daughter-in-law, had a long blonde braid and looked happy, despite the harsh conditions of village life. The children were lively, their cheeks rosy from the cold and eyes sparkling with curiosity. Kate, as a mother of young children, questions for my article? Of course, go ahead. Just a moment, I said. I pulled out the recorder out from my pocket. Is it difficult to raise children in the village? I asked after starting the recorder. We're not used to complaining, but yes, it can be very challenging. In winter, the roads are so blocked by snow that getting the children to school isn't always possible. And if a doctor is needed, that's even worse. Ambulances can't get here because of the poor roads. And why did you stay here instead of moving to the city? I asked carefully. Where would we go? My elderly parents live just a street away, along with my sister's family, and my husband's parents are here too. How could we leave them? We love our village. It's quiet and peaceful, and though it's a bit difficult, especially since the electricity went out, she sighed. I spoke with the Atkins family for a long time about the children, the village, and my own family. The stove crackled softly in the background. It felt as if we were family, simply meeting after a long time apart. Time quickly passed. I didn't even notice it was nearly midnight. Talking with this family, I felt neither the fatigue from the long journey nor any fear. Nothing. Only calm in my heart. Alright, I'm gonna keep going until some drama arrives. And when the drama arrives, I'm gonna take a break. But I'm kind of suspecting that no drama is gonna arrive and it's just gonna end soon. So I said the children have been long asleep in their beds, and the women had gone to rest, leaving only Otto and me awake. I'll brew you some mint tea. It will calm you and help you sleep. Mint tea, it's just what I need right now, I replied quietly. I looked out the window. The blizzard had already subsided in the yard, leaving no trace behind, and large snowflakes were slowly falling from the sky. The only light on the street came from the starry sky and the moon. I took my tea and quietly stepped out into the yard. The air was cool, but still on the other side of the house stood an old wooden bench. I brushed the snow off it with my sleeve and sat down, placing my cup of tea beside me. From this bench, an incredible view of this long lost village opened up for me. Before my eyes was a snow-covered hill illuminated by the moon. Here and there stood trees and bushes dusted with snow. The oops, what did I do? Oops. Uh, the beauty was incredible. Strangely, in this silence, looking into the distance, I felt peace, the same peace I had long missed in the city. There, among endless duties, calls, and noise, I had long forgotten what it was like to simply sit, remain still, and admire the scenery. Following me, Mr. Otto came out with his cup of tea. Do you mind if I join you? He asked. Of course not. How do you like it here? I haven't felt this good in a long time. That makes me happy, he smiled. Thank you for helping me. You think our village has any chance? I believe it has a huge chance. We will succeed. I'm not thinking about myself anymore. I worry about the children. I just want them to live better, he sighed. We sat and talked, admiring the beauty of the snow-covered village. Suddenly, I noticed a house lighting up on the hill. Who is there so far away? Aha, light of the hill. So that's the house that glowed. I thought it was going to be this house. Where? He asked in surprise, taking a sip of tea. There, on the hill, I said, pointing in that direction. Oh, you mean that one, he sighed. Why do you sigh so heavily? How can I explain it? He said slowly. Otto paused for a moment, as if trying to find the right words to explain something that not everyone could understand. He frowned and slowly ran his hand over his gray beard. He looked slightly nervous and thoughtful. It made me uneasy. Tell me straight, Otto. Straight, he murmured thoughtfully. That house doesn't exist. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting to the drama. Alright, so I'm going to stop here. That's all, folks. Please like, subscribe, click the bell, leave a comment. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Save game. Also save recent gameplay full video. What do you mean? I'm looking right at it. If you look closely, you can even see someone walking there. No, Sean. I was just a child when that house already didn't exist, he whispered. Alright then. What are we seeing now? I asked thoughtfully. Yeah, what are we seeing? Save gameplay full video.